Hello YouTubers, this is James Bradley here in my home in Newmarket, Tennessee, and today I want to prepare for you boiled eggs. And you say, well, boiled eggs are just simple. Why teach us that? Well, because I've got a method of how to boil the egg, but also how to peel the shell off of it really fast, really easy, and make the perfect egg. And my method hopefully will teach some of y'all this, and you won't struggle so much. You know, sometimes you'll take an egg and be peeling it, and you peel some of the skin off, or you peel, you know, the yellow part out, and it just ruins your egg. Well, I've got a method I'm going to teach you that hopefully will help you to boil eggs easier and peel them easier and make the perfect egg. Okay, so here we go. First of all, come over to my pot, and you'll see I've just got eggs in my pot. I'm using 8. You can use as many as you want, but put the eggs in first and fill them with water. And you want the water to be about 1 inch above the eggs, so that when it boils, it doesn't boil over and things like that. But it's going to give you the perfect egg. Now we're going to turn the heat on high, and I got my lid right here. You want to put a lid on it to kind of seal it in. It'll boil faster. And of course, we don't watch boiled eggs. You know, the watch pot never boils, that saying. But so I'm going to boil them. When this comes to a boil, and I'll show you here in a minute, it'll bubble. And we're going to let that do for a minute. So I'll be back when the eggs are boiling, and I'll see you just in a few minutes. Okay, we have our eggs coming to a boil now. If you'll watch that, it's come to a good rolling boil. And I'm going to set a timer. We're going to let that go for 1 minute. So I started my timer. We're going to let it boil on high for 1 minute. Okay, what we're doing, if you don't remember, we're making the perfect boiled egg that peels perfectly, everything. It's my technique to show you this. So we're letting it boil for 1 minute. And one thing I didn't show you in the beginning is, as this started to boil, I just added a little table salt to the water, just a few, about a couple of tablespoons or teaspoons, and I think what it does is it helps soften the shell up a little bit, because what we're going to do in the next method after the eggs get done is real crucial to having that softness and tenderness of the shell, so it peels off and it loosens it up some. So a little bit of salt to your water, that's kind of optional, but we've got 12 seconds left, and let this boil. And you see it's at a good rolling boil. I haven't taken the lid off. I'm still on high, and so we're just letting that go for 1 minute. Okay, so that's boiled for 1 minute. So now I'm going to turn it off and let the heat die down, and we're going to let that sit on the stove untouched for 15 minutes. It's going to sit and keep your lid on, but the water will stop boiling, and what it'll do is sit there and it'll hit in that hot water, and it really gets them soft and perfect for making deviled eggs or having egg salad, whatever you're making with the boiled eggs. It's a perfect hard-boiled egg, and it's going to peel so perfectly. But leave the lid on right now after you turn the heat off, and just leave it. So I'm going to set my timer for 15 minutes, and in 15 minutes we'll be back. So hopefully I'll show you the perfect peeled egg. Alright, our 15 minutes are done now. The eggs have just been sitting on the stove. The heat has been off. The lid has stayed on, but they've been sitting in the hot water for 15 minutes. Now I'm going to take and go over to the sink, and I'm going to drain the water out, and I'm going to get some hot waters because that's hot. Always safety first, and keep yourself from being burned. Now my pot is a special pot. It actually has a drain in the lid, so that's good. We can do that. If you don't have that, you can pour it in a strainer, or however you want to drain it, whatever your draining method is. So I want all that hot water out of there. I'm going to pour that out, and I'm going to set that down in my sink, and I'm going to take the lid. The lid is done now, and I'm going to pour cold water over top of that. And as that water is pouring, I'm going to go get some ice and make an ice bath for it. So I've got some ice here, ready to go. Just a couple of cups of ice. What we want to do is cover the eggs really good with cold water, and then I'm going to pour the ice in and kind of give that an ice bath for about 2 to 3 minutes, something like that. Let the eggs get cold, and where they're hot and the cold, there's some type of science I'm sure behind that, but the hot and cold, it'll help you to peel it a lot faster. And once that's been sitting for about 3 minutes, we'll come back. Okay, so our eggs have been in the ice bath for about 3 minutes, as long as it's cold water. So I'm just going to take my first egg and I'm going to get it out. And what I've come up with is, now, my daughter had this little thermos that it's got all the Disney princesses on it, but just a little thermos comes with a little lunchbox. But you want something like a cup of some sort that has a lid on it, because we're going to take the lid off, but something that a lid will screw back on, something like this. It doesn't have to be this exactly. So I'm going to take my egg, kind of get some of the water off of it. I'm going to drop it into this thing. I'm going to put my lid on, and then I'm just going to shake it up and down gently. You don't want to break it too bad, it could break. So I kind of go back and forth, kind of give it just a good shake, a little twirl maybe. Just do that, just kind of shake it up, but you don't want it to be too hard. I wish I could kind of show you the force that I'm using, but it's just gently. A big man like me, gentle's hard to do. But anyway, so I've got a paper towel down here. I'm going to take my egg out. And if you'll see, it's already pretty much, watch how it peels. Just like that. And then I'm going to rinse it off, because you want to get all the shell off. And you'll see how fat, look how that all came off in one peel. So I'll show you, and there's not much in here. It does leave a little bit. So I'll take another egg. And this is the perfect, it's a fast way to peel. It makes the egg on the inside's perfect. We'll cut one open and I'll show you here in just a second. But all I'm doing is put it in here with a lid, kind of giving it a little bit of a shake. I twirl it around, just kind of, you want to break that shell up really good. And then, if you'll watch, it's not that hassle of peeling off the egg like you usually do. It just comes off like, I don't know how to describe it. I'm rinsing it off, and you don't want any of that shell into your egg. And we'll take another one just to kind of show you. Now this one's kind of cracked up on its own, so it may even come easier. I've actually had the shell totally fall off inside my cup. So, and I developed this, I come up with this, I tried different methods, but I kind of come up with this because I hated standing over. We'd have egg salad, or be putting eggs, making for our salad, or boiled eggs, or deviled eggs, or whatever you're making. And I just get tired of standing over, bent over, peeling these eggs for a long period of time. So I came up with this method to make it fast and easy and simple to peel an egg, because I just don't like the time that it normally takes to do. I'll show you one more. Because 9 times out of 10, the method does work. It just didn't happen to that time. One more, and then I'll cut into it. And I might not have cracked that one real good. I might not have shook it. You can shake it too hard, and it just falls apart inside the cup, and we don't want that. But it is a faster way to peel your eggs. And like I said, 9 times out of 10, it does work. So we got this one, and this one might be stubborn. Oh, that one's good. Oh, watch. Just peels right away. No fuss, no muss. I took one out the other day, and it literally, like the skin, the outer shell was left in the cup. It all came out perfect. So that's kind of my method of how I do. It's easier way to peel the eggshell. It's my way of, it's just easier, a lot faster. I'm going to show you now. I'm going to cut into one of these eggs and show you. That is perfection. It's cooked perfectly. It's even. It's not runny. On both sides, it would just be something really good and succulent to eat on, and make deviled eggs, boiled eggs, and it really does perfect. So there's no shell. The shell peeled off easily. And you know, if you like this method, comment and share it with people, and hopefully we'll get a lot of views so that you can help educate people on my hack for peeling an egg. Thank you. Have a good day.